Hey there. Today we are talking about intervals and specifically perfect intervals. We can have perfect intervals or we can have imperfect intervals, but we're not talking about those today. Perfect interval is 1, which is also unison, the 4th, the 5th, and the 8th, otherwise known as the octave. 1, 4, 5, 8. Those are perfect intervals. If you ever have an octave, ever have a fifth, it is going to be some sort of perfect interval. So let's look at an interval. Let's take an F, and a fifth above an F is a C. Remember the alphabet thing? F, G, A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a fifth. Now, for it to be a perfect fifth, it must have 7 half steps from F to C. There's our F. Then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to C. F to C, 7 half steps is a perfect fifth. Well, I thought you said these are all perfect. Well, they're perfect intervals, but this perfect fifth, what happens if we flat that F? Not the F, the C. Is it still a fifth? Yes. F, G, A, B, C. It's still a fifth, but it's no longer a perfect fifth. As a matter of fact, how many half steps do we have now? We actually have 6 half steps. Or we could see that it's a perfect fifth. And what did we do? We made the interval smaller. We have our top note, we have our bottom note, and we brought the top note down 1, so the 2 notes are closer. Well, I don't know if you remember way back, like, two videos, but a perfect interval cannot be major or minor. What do you get if you take a half step away from a perfect interval? It becomes diminished. So that is a diminished fifth. Let's take our perfect fifth again. What if we sharp the top note? Well, we have our 2 notes. We raised the top one, so it made it 1 half step bigger. So add a half step to perfect, becomes augmented. So this is an augmented fifth. And that's how that works. Let's write a perfect fifth above E flat. We want a perfect fifth. Step 1. What letter is it going to be? Okay, write the note first. So E, F, G, A, B. It's going to be some sort of a B. Now, a perfect fifth is 7 half steps. So, how many half steps do we have here? Can you figure it out? Did you come up with 8? If so, you're right. This is 8 half steps, but we need it to be 7. So we take away a half step from the top. That is our perfect fifth starting on E flat. Why write the note first? Well, let's look back here at our diminished fifth, F to C flat. How else could we spell C flat? What is our enharmonic equivalent to C flat? Do you remember that? Right. B. These two sound exactly the same. They are the same notes on the piano, but they are spelled differently. This is not a fifth. That's a fourth. We'll get to that later. So that's why it's important to write the note first. Okay? What if we want to, let's say, B? Let's write a perfect fifth above B. What's our letter? B, C, D, E, F. Wait, B, C, D, yes, B, C, D, E, F. That's our letter. Now, how many half steps is that? B to C is 1, C sharp is 2, D is 3, D sharp is 4, E is 5, F is 6. We need 7, so we raise that. Okay? So that's the basic drill for intervals, or for perfect intervals. So now let's look at this. That interval right there, we have an A to a D. So what's our number? A, B, C, D. Our number is 4. And I'll just tell you, it's a perfect fourth. How many half steps do we have? A sharp is 1, B is 2, C is 3, C sharp is 4, D is 5. We have 5 half steps in this perfect fourth. Okay? So, let's do a perfect fourth above G. What's your letter? Fourth. G, A, B, C. It's a C. Is that 5 half steps? Yes. So there's our perfect fourth. What about A flat? We need a perfect fourth above A flat. What's your letter? A, B, C, D. D is the fourth. How many half steps? A. Wait. Oh, too many. There you go. Perfect fourth. So, perfect fourth is 5 half steps. How many half steps in a diminished fourth? Right, 4. 1 less. So, what if we want to write a diminished fourth above B? Step 1, get the letter. It's still going to be a fourth, so B, C, D, E. It'll be an E. And how many half steps is that? Right there. Oh, that's 5 half steps. So that is a perfect fourth right there. We need it to be diminished, so we need to take away 1. So we flat that, and we have a diminished fourth. Okay? Perfect fifth, 7 half steps. Perfect fourth, 5 half steps. Perfect octave, from C to shining C. Sorry. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 half steps. Well, it's to the same note. You can figure that out. That is a perfect octave. But you can have diminished and augmented octaves too. There. That's a diminished octave. We took away a half step. Have you realized that we could also take away a half step by raising the bottom note? You could lower the top note or raise the bottom note. So if this is our perfect octave, that is also a diminished octave. So it kind of depends on what you are being asked or what you are trying to do, which one is correct. And then from A to A, that is a perfect unison. It's a one-th, I suppose, but usually we'll just call it a unison. And yes, you can have, well, A and A sharp playing at the same time would be an augmented unison. This does not happen very often, but you need to be aware that it is possible. From an A to an A flat would be a diminished unison, or it would be an augmented unison from the A flat. Anyway, important thing is fourths and fifths. Fourths and fifths. 5 half steps and 7 half steps. And next time we start talking imperfect intervals. Have a great day.